All right, so welcome to episode 9. For those who joined us last night and you saw me get my ass kicked a ton, the death counter is now at 60. Yesterday I started at 11 and I died almost 50 times to the boss. So I've decided I don't want to do that tonight. That was awful and terrible, and I don't want to do that again right now. So I need to go and get better gear at some point to fight him again. So tonight, I think what I'll do is I'll focus on making this base here not so crappy. Because right now, this has been a temporary base for the most part, where all it's been about was gathering boxes worth of stuff, making my food buffs, talking to the dock every now and then, and smelting ore. So I think it's time that I take this general area here and make this the main base. This hill, I've already cleared off all this wood, so I think this is going to be a great spot for having a cool little, I don't necessarily a mansion, but a pretty big building. And then I'll have my dock go out here. The thing I got to worry about, and I learned this in one of my other playthroughs, is that while you think that this item here, this bonfire, is going to give you plenty of room, and you can see with these white lines on the ground, kind of all the areas you can build. And all the way out to here is kind of where I can build, and it's a radius from that bonfire. But if you see up here where the bonfire is, it is right on the edge. I can only go up this far to build something that gives me the bonus credit for the rested bonus. I could build further. Like I can put stuff out here, but none of the things I put out here give me the rested bonus. So I want to try to keep this circle reasonably tight so I can have a cool base up here, a nice walkway down here, and then a pier that I can also build on. Because if you look at this, this ends, you can see it down there kind of in the ocean. That's about where the end is. So based on where this is, I think I'm pretty close to where I want it to be. Kind of want it to come out here. So I'll probably put another bonfire to replace the current one I have right here. So let's start doing that now. Actually, it's getting late. I probably should do this in the morning so I don't have to build at night, because you will get random undeads that'll spawn on the beach, and they're kind of annoying. They won't spawn in your circle that you've built with your bonfire, but they will spawn a little further out, and they might wander in. So we're going to avoid having that happen as well. So let's go ahead and sleep. This will put us into nighttime, and then if I sleep again, that should put me into the morning time. All right, how far did that take me? I'm not used to the pink clouds being nighttime. This is sunset. All right, let's sleep again. This should take me to sunrise, hopefully. It might take me to midnight, though. I don't know. There we go. All right, sunrise. Perfect. So what I need to do is I need to kill this bonfire. That's going to make the doctor go away. So let's see if he's got anything for me real quick before I send him away. He does. Thank you, sir. All right, let's nuke that. And he's gone. And my bonfire, I want to put... I'm trying to get a like perfect spot where I can come straight off of this hill. Let me turn the rotation to 15 degrees to get it a little bit tighter. Yeah, I still can't really get it where I want it. It's probably got to do right here. So the other thing I got to figure out is where do I want to put the bonfire on the pier? Because the way the NPCs work is that when you spawn them, they'll want to be by the bonfire. And if you put the bonfire in a box or over the water, they'll be in the water or in the box and you can't interact with them. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. So what I will do is first I'm going to get rid of this. Dude, hold up. Hold up. What are we even doing here? Are they hit and running my boat? I need to get that guy's insurance. What is going on? All right, I got to go out and check this out. Hold on. Are they just going to leave? They're just going to leave. Dude, a level 2 Blackbeard guy just sideswiped me. That's pretty funny. And of course, they did not leave any insurance information. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of the starting part of this pier. I also want to pick up this here. And this here, and this here. Can't remember what is in this real quick. Ooh, I don't want to pick all that up just yet. I need to move that to a box. That box will do. There we go. All right, for some reason the chat's not showing up again. Hold on, hold on. Same thing happened last night. Yep, it's broken again. Streamlabs is not having a good time. Whoever just chatted, what's up? I can't see it just yet. Hold on. All right, that should be working now, hopefully. I'm going to jump in and test it real quick. Actually, I need to go over here. All right, where does that go? Anywhere? Okay, it went there. Went on the screen. Okay. So chat's working again. To get far enough out here so I can get rid of this real quick. There we go. All right, that's taken care of. Now I need to make a quick box over here. Oh, I need nails. I'm so low on nails. I haven't been picking those up. Am I also low on copper? Oh, I need a higher level station. Oh, none of this is going to work without the bonfire. Of course. So I'll just pick all this stuff up and put it in a box and sort it out later. Okay, so now we got a clear spot for my bonfire, which is going to be like right here. Now the question is, what am I doing with my pier? And how high do I want to make it? I think I want to make it, like if you look at the ship, I want to make it to where I can jump straight into the ship and not have to worry about missing. So make it about that high. That could work. And if I bring it all the way back here, put some stairs on it. Okay, let's go check this out. This is where I can put my bonfire, like right about here. And this can be like the centerpiece. And then the pier can kind of split into two. So I'll have hopefully 3 boats by the time I'm done. And I can have them all 3 parked here. So let's put this bonfire back up. And use these lines as a good indicator of how straight we want to go. All right, now I see the problem already. I need to rebuild this pier. All right, we can do that. I mean, the great thing about building this game is that you don't lose anything by making these types of stupid mistakes. All right, is that about right? It's pretty close to lined up on that hill. What I'm trying to do is get it lined up to that hill over there. It's pretty close, but not quite the way I want it. So if I look at it this direction, it should be right about here. All right. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Still not quite the angle I wanted, but I think once I clear out those trees, it won't matter. I think it's fine. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could literally have it just come straight this way and take the furthest point here and then aim it towards those pepper bushes back there. That might be a better plan. Put it into 15-degree rotation angle. I really wish there was a free rotate, and because the best you can do is 15 degrees, then you go to 30, 45, and 90. There's no 0 or 1% rotation. Obviously 0 wouldn't work, but 1 is what you would want ideally. So let's put this right about there. Nope, that's not how I want it. It's just not the right angle. I got to go 1 click to the right. Like that. Even though it feels wrong, that's what I got to be doing. You make sure that's the 15% one. Yeah, or 15-degree one. There we go. That feels better now. So now what I'm going to do is my bonfire is going to be right here. And this is going to be like the centerpiece of the base. Now I've got to figure out where do I want all my other stuff to go. So clearly I need a huge pier out here. So the building is weird in this game sometimes. Sometimes you can scroll out and get it to work. Sometimes you really can't. All right, is that as far as the circle goes? Looks like it is. And the reason that matters is because while I can still build outside of the circle, I can't put decorations out here. So most importantly, lighting. I wouldn't be able to put beyond this white line here. I hit that in my last playthrough where this became a problem. So I'm going to stop the build right there. That way I know everything that's on this pier going that way. Guys, if you hit my boat again, game ruffians. All right, so now I can put a whole nother section here. I should be able to run down this entirely. Like that. Those guys, man, that's the second drive-by they've done. They're casing the joint. All right, so now I think I can slightly move the bonfire to be centered right here. We double check the line, make sure it's not going to get crossed. Okay, good, good, good. And that means my boat is likely going to be right about here when I call it back. That's not a good parking job at all. Put it way over there. Come on, put it over here. There we go. That's what I'm hoping for right there. That way I can just jump straight into the boat and straight out of the boat. Perfect. They're shooting at my fucking boat. All right, let's go get them, boys. I'm not going to deal with this shit. I got level 5 cannons. I should be able to take out at least one of these guys. Is he a solo? Nope, that guy's on me now too. This guy over here. He was bait. Oh, those both missed. Ooh, those were good hits. This is supposed to be a chill stream for building, not a boat fighting stream. Turn. Nope, I can get there in time. Alright, I can board those guys. I don't know if I need to. They don't have any loot on them. Alright, I can board those guys. Alright, let's go and fight these guys and see if they got any money on them. Alright, I have a lot of stuff on me I don't want to lose, so I should put this in the boat. I can't do it when I'm boarding. Great. I gotta kill 3 of these guys. I'll let you boys go first. That's what you get paid the big bucks for. Wear them down a little bit for me. That guy's stuck there. I'm going to take advantage of that. Oh, that guy's going to get me. Oh, that guy's going to fall right in the water. That was worth 5 silver, that boarding. Yeah, it's so not worth boarding these guys. Alright, got my spoils. Is that last boat still angry at me? That guy over there? Does he want a piece? Yeah, I think he still wants to fight. If I get up next to his buddy here and board, he won't be able to fight me. They don't attack when you're boarding. Or when you've already attached to the other ship. He wants to shoot though. Yep, he just shot. Board. Oh, I didn't slow down enough. Okay, let's fight this guy. Ooh, those are good hits. I'm just going to kill this boat because I don't want to board him. Not worth boarding him. Let's pick up the spoils. There we go. Nice. Alright, I can board that guy, but there's no point in doing that either. Let's just destroy him. There we go. All right, let me go back and park my freaking boat. I'm stuck on their boat. Let's park it on this side. Oh, I'm gonna rub. Ooh. All right, that'll be enough. We'll park it there. I'll reset it after I jump off. All right, let's get this thing parked right. That's way too far away. All right, let's get this guy parked better. That's in the wrong spot. I think if I stood right about here is when I got a good parking spot. There it is. I need to remember this spot right here is where I like to park. So I'll put a little torch there for now. I'll mark it another way later on. But yeah, this is ideally the perfect parking spot. So that's great. Okay, now that this is in place, I'm going to tear down all of this and decide kind of like where I'm going to have my wharf and my vendors at some point in the future, where I'm going to put my workbench and smelters. Obviously smelters need to be outside, far away from everything else because they make a mess. Where I'm going to have my cooking station, because each one of these guys is going to have, at least not most of them are going to have an NPC that I can invite to the camp, and they'll be walking around and doing stuff. I don't want them all congregated in one individual area. So let's see how we do here. Let's take all this down, but I gotta do my boxes first. Oh my god, I got so much stuff for these boxes. There's one more chest somewhere I thought that I could drop some of this stuff in. Yeah, it's gonna be this one. There we go. All right, let's tear down the house. That, and that. And for the house, I should just be able to tear out the foundations and it'll all go into my bag. As long as I have enough space. To make sure I have enough space, I need to empty these bags first. Close enough. There we go. That's going to give me all of it. Hopefully. Yeah, 48 wood, 150 fiber. And I'll pick up these as well. All right. Once again, the chat did something, and I can't see it, so. If you're chatting, thanks. If you subscribed, thanks. If you liked, thanks. Whatever happened, Streamlabs did not tell me what it was, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So if I use that as my anchor point, my house can come out to here before I start losing decorations. So I think I'll start right here. And I don't really have great floors. I have good walls, but I have bad flooring because I haven't unlocked wood floors yet. So I need to build in a way that I can replace stuff easily. So I'm going to use the stone blocks as a foundation here, I think. And if I snap them here, I can get proper symmetry. I'll use this to, oh my god, that is terrible. I was gonna say I'll use this to have a line that goes straight back properly, but that doesn't work at all. Oh my god. All right, they need a system that lets me hold a linear position on this build, otherwise it's going to be a total pain in the butt. Because ideally, you should just be able to walk sideways and not have it do that. Early access. I'll fix that one in a second. So I'll do is I'll mark the furthest back I can build with one of these foundations. Hey Donut, what's up? Welcome to the chill build stream. I can't do it that low. I hear you got your crew and your boat. Three, four, five, six. One in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I believe each one of these planks is 8. So I want to do at least 2 more on each side. And leave a small sliver in the center. Come on, snap in there. Snap in there. I can't get low enough to have it snap. There we go. And now I can't get low enough to have this one snap. What's going to be the trick here? To convince the building system to let me do this. Oh, there it goes. That's where I want it right there. Bingo. All right, so there's my main frame for the house. It all lines up to the center of the pier. That's going to be the location where when you come off the boat, you're going to walk straight into a building here, and you'll have stuff on each side here for different woodworking and mining and smelting and all that good stuff. The question is, how high up can I make this without it feeling super weird? All right, and the floor is going to have to be here. Otherwise, the grass would clip through, and I don't want that at all. Oh my God. Using these foundations is going to be so painful because I don't have the floors. Like, all I have is grass floors, and I don't want to build that way. I want to build with stone right now. Oh my God. Couldn't see anything. All right, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I need to do 2 more. And that'll give me, I think, 4 by 4 by 4 rooms. I have to test that though. Make sure I'm not boxing myself in a little bit of a corner here. Because the plan is that this middle one here, there should be 8 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is my mathing right there? Because there should be 1 in the middle and then 8 on each side. So there should be 17 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, that does work. That math works. And this is the center one. So if we build it like this, start deleting some of these guys, I can start testing out the flooring. Make sure it's all going to fit with the 4x4s. So now if I put in one of these 4x4s, I'll be able to replace these. What is going on here? Oh, it's because the outside wall. So the problem I think I'm going to run into is that the outside wall, being a foundation, is only half. Like these are what the walls actually end up being. If I go out one more, I can put a wall out there. For instance, if I do this, so that's a 4, and that's a 4. So we basically now have a 2x4 room that I can replace these squares with mahogany or other wood with a stone foundation around the outside. And those can be used as a wall if I needed to build specific walls, or I could use these walls. And when you do that, you'll still see the stone foundation inside, which is kind of cool. I don't mind that. So I don't think these rooms are big enough, though. I probably want this room to be bigger. So let's do it from the backside here and make this work. Because again, I don't want to go past this line here, because that's where my decorations will stop working. All right, let's get rid of all these. All right, I keep pulling out my sword. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this gonna work the way we want? Hey, Nubinator, how's it going? You can tell I'm not dying tonight like I did last night. I'm gonna build instead because those 50 deaths in a row kind of took I took a beating on that. So now we're just trying to figure out how my base is gonna look. If you got any suggestions, let me know. So maybe I'll do a 3x3 here. And this middle section will be the main hallway through the middle of the building. That way I can do the same thing over here. That way it's centered there. Yeah, let's do it that way, which means I got to bring this in one more time now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, perfect. I think I need to get rid of these on the outside now. That give me one 3x3 square room, and then 3 blocks of a hallway. And then we could do another 3x3 over here. One can be the cooking station, the other can be like the armor station. And I'll be replacing this straw floors with better floors, obviously, once I get those plans. This is going to be a starter bungalow style base. It's not going to be a castle. I don't have the materials unlocked yet. Again, only at level 5. I can't even do nice wood floors yet. I haven't found those. So this is going to be a starter, but I'm trying to keep a theme of like, this could be a port for merchants to sell stuff. So I want to give it that vibe. Oh my God, I hate when it does that. Stop doing that. Every time. These foundations are so hard to work with. All right, there we go. There's that. So now I can put this down here. Yeah, I'll definitely need a full storage room. I'm probably gonna have the storage room closer to the dock here. Oh, and this isn't a new save. This is the same save from last night, and you can tell because all of my tombstones are still there. So same save. I just wiped out my old shack that I had started with and have been rebuilding the base. I still have a score to settle with this guy here and all of my deaths. All right, so this will be kind of a bedroom. This will be the kitchen. And I want to make 2 more square rooms with a 3-block hallway between them. So we can take this all the way back. Oh, because I wanted to play the hard mode. I had seen a lot of people play it and it looked interesting. Playing with the normal mobs in hard mode has been fun. Playing the bosses has not been fun, but I'm excited to learn how to conquer that. It seems like it's worth learning how to do. Now, it's not going to be easy, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, the first base I built with my first playthrough was kind of a speed run. I wanted to get as far as I could really quickly. I mean, it wasn't a speed run. It took me probably 50, 60 hours to finish it. So I'm trying to take my time with this one and do some fun stuff. But as far as hardcore, I'm not doing like deleting the save, but I am doing the Salty Shores. What's the name of the hardcore type? It's the default hardcore or hard mode that you pick when you create the world. I need a lot more extra focus, dude. I don't think that's going to help my focus. That would help my chill though. But I don't think it's going to help me focus on getting the kills I need. All right, so I think I need to build a little bit of a step down because this is going to be too high. The question is, where do I build that step down? Do I build it starting here? I build it starting here. Or I do it in the middle and have like this would be an area for like books and stuff, and then this will be the stairs down a few clicks. So I've got stone stairs. They're ugly though. Oh my god. And they go straight down. That's like dungeon stairs. I'll put wood in here. I was able to farm with this one pretty easily. I don't want to bring any materials I haven't unlocked though. In this one, I want to kind of keep that a little bit pure. I can't put this where I want it. That's going to drive me crazy. There's no solution right now for the things I have to fix that. Because that's the center line that I'm working with here. Do it like this. Oh, that's not going to work. Like that, that center line's off. Or is it? I mean, I guess this isn't really the center line because the center line is to the left of it. I think it's right here. So if I keep the edge of this one on the edge of one of these stairs, I will be center. What do you mean don't use double door? You saying I shouldn't use double door, or I haven't used double door yet? Because I haven't figured out what my door situation is yet. So I think I know what you're talking about. So double door is going to take 2 4x4 tile sizes, right? And if we were going to put a double door in that spot, it wouldn't fit. It's never. Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. I think this double door is a good example, but you're right. I think it's going to be weird. Because yeah, it's going to center on that. Like if I wanted it to center like right here between these two, it would never do it. Yeah, so if I'm going to do doors, I would want to do like one on each side like that and then rotate this one. But then you're going to get in the middle, but at least it's centered. See how it's centered on those two different stairs? But I hate this. I hate this center section. So I would definitely wouldn't do that. I recall hitting that problem with my other base. I don't know how the other doors, like the mahogany doors, might actually look good if you have a nice mahogany centerpiece, but it's still gonna get in the way. And the way the NPCs walk around and they stop you from going through doors, I probably would have to murder somebody for that one. But yes, Holofax, literally unplayable. You read my mind. All right, so let's go and do, I think this is where the position would be. That would make the most sense. Because that's going to be centered with that one. Now my entire building, the entire building is off. That's fine. I can extend it again over here. I had it extended and I took it out for some reason. And now I realize why I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, the NPCs roaming around and doing stuff has been really cool. I really like, they actually do work on the benches and stuff, which has been cool. They'll be chopping meat at the cooking station. I think I'll just do one of those there for now because I keep having to pull these out. The other thing I need to consider is, do I build a basement? Because I can dig back here and go down underneath this building. I just don't know where the water table is. Because I know if I dig out here, like really close, I'll get water really quickly. And people have built like small pools and stuff, which has been really cool. I just don't know how high the water goes up back here. All right, that's not going to work because I think I'm going to get clipping from that grass there. Yeah, that's not going to work. That is not acceptable. Oh, you had a pond? That was you that posted that? That's awesome. Did you do any testing on how far inland you can get water? So I'd like to have a really cool castle further in one of the other islands I found. But I would definitely want like a big pool in the middle of it. That's not in the right position. So it doesn't run like a stream like it does in Enshrouded. It's pretty much instantly there when you dig far enough to get to water. Oh my god, I can't jump high enough to get up that thing. It's driving me crazy. All right, so I'm going to have 4 wide hallway here. Oh, it has waves. That's crazy. I do like that you can get fish from it, though. As far down as that one can go. Come on, come on. Get down there. There we go. Yep, that's as far as that one can go. That one's touching ground. Good. Good, good, good. Oh my god, I can't get this one to lock in on the bottom here. Yeah, this is just temporary. I'm just trying to make sure I'll be able to rip it out later on and not have to pick up too many benches and stuff that are on top of it. Because again, I'm running with really low recipes here for the different types of building. If I'm trying to stay true to a level 5 guy, so I'm gonna build a quick bed and sleep so I can get more light. And a roof is required. right, that is done. All right. So building this took an entire in-game day. That's all right, though. Let's make more stairs going down here. Now, is that going to line up with my pier? That'd be pretty sweet if it does. Let's test that real quick. What's the one thing you changed and what do you hate and want to remove? About the building system or about the game? The one thing that I wish they had was a eyedropper tool where I could look at something and copy it to my build and build it again. For the game, I would probably add wind, proper wind to the sailing as an option for hard mode. The fact that sailing has no need for understanding the wind seems kind of weird. I understand why it's that way, and I like the fact that it's available as a ease of use thing. But for hard mode, I think that you should have to manage the wind like you do in Valheim. Oh my god, these don't line up. Oh my god, these don't line up. I'm so angry right now. Maybe it's okay. Oh, that's so ugly. That is so ugly. The other thing I changed is about these stupid piers. So you see how it only has one side that has this railing part with the nails? So that basically means you can make something like this down here where it has nails on this side and nails on this side. And that's all cool. This looks fine. But the second you try to add a third width to the pier, or you forget to flip them like I did here, then it looks all janky. Like mad janky. So I need to flip this guy around this way. There we go. So now that looks fine. That looks like a proper pier. But then once you start doing this, it becomes a problem. So if I do this and flip it like that, it's not quite as bad. All right, let's put some stairs on this side. Then we can start working on my walls. All right, there we go. Walls, 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 walls. Why am I missing it? There it is. Oh, that's interesting. That doesn't fit. I have to use a small walls for those. Ooh. That is also jank. Did I put them on the wrong side? Is that a thing? Like if you rotate it, does it snap in there again? I don't like that. Yeah, because that makes no sense. That edge right there. I think I could probably fix it with the small wall pieces. Oh, I can't even fix it with the small wall pieces. All right, well, this is frustrating. So the foundational blocks from the outside at least, don't align properly with these walls. And you're always going to have these overhangs. I would imagine that the other walls are thinner and they don't have this issue. Yeah, see, those align properly, but those walls suck. Oh, you can get it there without snapping on? That's a good point. Let's see if I can get one aligned. Move those out of the way. Let's see. Build options, snapping is P. Can I use Z to lift it up? Yeah, not a whole lot though. I've got to get in a position to where I can actually land it where I want to land it. But that one, weird. It's clipping through everything. Is clipping a mode as well? No, it's just snapping, rotation, and default view. Stand higher. Okay, so I'll get up here. Like, do I have to get even higher than this? Like put up a little stairs or something? Just like this? Because once I get one in, I can snap to that one, right? All right, that's getting there. If I do it from V. Ooh, that's close. That's real close. I think that's what you mean, right? Ooh, that might have been it. That might have been it. It only overhangs a tiny bit. A tiny bit. But if I can snap to that one, that's going to fix it. So let's remove this one. Turn snapping back on. There we go. That's a much cleaner line. It's still slightly overhanging, like just the smallest amount. So if I really cared about it, I could do it again. I'm going to replace these walls though. Do I really care about it right now? Like, 'cause I'm going to replace these walls with much nicer walls once I start getting all the other recipes. I think that one's fine. Now the question is, if I have that one properly snapped the way I want it, if this one snaps to it, will it also be in that weird spot? It will. So let's turn off snapping. Slightly slide over. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the stuff right there. It absolutely is up to the OCD. I will tell you, I spent many hours in a Valheim save with a guy that might be still be in chat with Donut, building a welcome center for people joining the server, and the OCD was strong on that one without a doubt. Structure's unstable. I can't see where I need to see here. Can't tell if it's clipping into the wall or not. Now let's use V to see if I can do it that way. That side looks okay, but that edge is obviously wrong. That gap is not going to cut it. That will not pass inspection. All right, the gap is gone, but there's a little bit of overhang there. I think that's fine. I think we can live with that. All right, let's check the outside here. Oh, you can kind of see that seam. I think I got to redo that wall. If somebody who hadn't seen me build this looked at it, they probably wouldn't see it. But I see it. I don't think I can unsee it. Also, it comes off a little bit too far here. Sorry, you can't see that. Like that edge is obviously out of alignment. Oh, that's a good idea. Once I get beams, I can cover that up. That's a smart move. I still need to get this because I didn't get it quite aligned right. It needs to go further in to this one. Let's turn off snapping. Oh, why does it keep going down like that? Keep doing it. Doing it. There we go. Can't tell if I'm in front of that foundation or not. Okay, that's good right there. That's too far left. All right, let's see how that looks. A little bit of a seam, but that might actually be this wall being improperly positioned. Let's run it down the thing here and see if it goes over. Oh no, the seam is there again. It's even worse now. It's even worse now. Trying to use the collision indicators to figure out where I'm at. That's not going to be right. That's going to be crooked as hell. Yep. Once again, crooked. Wait, did that one not line up? Oh, I'm not snapping them right. Yeah, I think that's going to be the trick is using wood and pillars to kind of hide the imperfections of the placements. Because now that one's clearly not perfect because it hangs over right there. So maybe I should think about if this is the seam I need to care less about, and I can just cover that up with beams. Like all I have is the regular log beam, and these aren't very wide is the problem. Like I want the really thick ones like this one right here, like the Pier ones, but I want the ones that go horizontal to work here, at least temporarily until I get like better wood, because these will look like crap. Like these wide ones here, these look like garbage. Oh, that's not the right direction. Oh, now I can't get rid of it. There we go. Like that kind of blocks the seam, I guess. I know, dude, my building is going to be terrible. This is going to be literally level 5 building because I have no other choice. I don't want to cheese it to bring in stuff that I haven't found on this world yet. It's excruciating. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those straw beams. I'm not going to worry about trying to perfect this seam, and I'm going to cover them up with those straw beams instead. So I'll just snap it like normal. Oops, that's the wrong direction. I didn't want to go that way. I want to go this way. 3 there. Bunch here. Bunch here. I think those were already misaligned. Now I can use these beams. Just cover up the imperfection a little bit. So I think the wood floors require me to go to the foothills, right? And I might need to kill, like if I look at my progression stuff, or where is it? Discovery, I think it is. It's like I'm here. I think the stuff I'm going to need is going to be here. And I can't go here until I kill this sumbitch. Yeah, this is definitely spackle worthy donut. It's definitely not up to code either. You have to kill the choker. Yeah, exactly. And that's not going to happen until I go and farm and get lucky on some drops probably to get better weapons and also spend a lot of time learning that fight. So that'll probably be tomorrow. For now, I think this is a solid workaround for the fact that my edges don't line up. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It will be fine. I will keep telling myself so I don't stay up at night worrying about how awful this building looks. I need the small ones for these corners. We need to put some windows in both of these rooms here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's the goal. As long as it passes muster as a level 5 player built this, that's all I can hope for. Those sticks don't look terrible. They don't look great, but they don't look terrible. All right, so for this one, I want to put a window probably right there and right there. Let's put some small ones below it. Nope, that's a big one. Do those two, and my windows I can replace pretty easy once I get good ones, but these are pretty silly looking windows. Is that the right direction? Do these have a direction? Let's spin this around. So one has the bay leaves and one has the straw on the inside. Which one do I want to be on that side? Probably the bay leaves because they act as a bit of a shingle. There we go. Do that. We'll do the same thing over here because Symmetry is my friend and my curse. Spin this around so the bay leaves are outside. And get more walls. What am I going to do in the back here? Because this is the hallway. How kind of a big ass window can I put back here? See, it doesn't quite fit. It would fit a 3-section hallway, but you can't have these wide stairs in a 3-section hallway. I'm probably gonna have to use the old snapping off trick, but I don't know if I can get high enough to even make this work. What other window option do I have? I could do 3 of these. Or a few of these. So that would be snapping to that right there. If I do 4, that'll give me the right width. Okay. All right. It's all coming together. Oh, that doesn't make sense. What's going on over here? I'm glad I farmed a bunch of rocks when I was doing my copper farming. All right, do we like this? Are we feeling this? So I'm gonna have some walls here. Like an entryway is gonna be here. Oh, that's a problem. Do I really need to have these corners here? As long as I've got it on the front, I think I'm okay. Like just to give the room some size. So I plan on putting like a bookcase and stuff here. This will be where the bedroom is. This will be where the kitchen is. We don't really need doors in this main hallway here. Are we going to get Badger in the game? That's what I've been trying to convince him to do. I've offered to build everything for him. I've offered to build all of his boats. He wants to just stab pirates. We can make that happen. So if we do this bed, like right here. Trying to get this first room closed in so I stop getting rained on. All right, roofs. Exactly, we can put him on stabbing duty, like full-time stabbing duty. That's kind of what we did on Valheim. I remember I built a lot for him in Valheim, and he was just wanting to fight stuff. Nothing wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. I don't mind farming. Actually, in Valheim, I really enjoyed farming the trees. Getting in a forest and like having the domino effect of knocking down tons of trees was oddly enjoyable. All right, so now we've got that done. I can fill up these. I can do... Do I have the right angles? Which angle am I looking at? I need to get outside and figure this one out, I think. I'm looking for one of these big ones. I know I can do this and that, this and that. I think it's the long ones. I don't have stone long walls like this. These six, oh, these are the ones I need. Oh. All right, so I can't use stone here. I've got to use these walls here for it to match. What is it? This one here, I think. Yeah, that and that. And then rotate that and that. And then one triangle at the top. Please tell me I have the triangle at the top. Do I not have the tiny triangle? I don't. So there's typically what you can do is you can put like a square up there and it will look okay from the outside. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm going to keep saying that until I believe it. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, I gotta get some lights in here. It is dark. All right, spin, 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 spin. Now, I wish these snapped, but these don't seem to snap at all. And I don't necessarily understand the rotation. There we go. And so I put that there. Clearly one needs to go between these two windows here. Like that. Oh yeah, I'm in full self delusion mode about my building right now, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Again, this is a level 5 house. This is not my level 15 house. Hope that's wrong. It's not going to win best of show. Let's be clear. But there'll be plenty of good stories to tell about it. There and there. All right, so from the outside, not looking too bad. I like the opening, like you can come from the bonfire, getting off the boat, and you can see the windows in the back. That's pretty cool. I do like that. At some point, when I get chandeliers, I'll have a chandelier like right in the middle here. That'll be cool. I wonder if it's worth, just for the sake of aesthetics, like doing stuff like this. Like, where would I put these? Like, I want, like, what appears to be support structures going across the top. Now, clear that beam is awful, and I'd replace it when I get better beams. But the idea there is that we live in a world where physics matters, and I don't want to cheat physics too much. So I build things that make it look like physics has to be obeyed. I just don't quite know where that would be. I definitely want to put them here, though, because that edge is ragged. Okay, that looks a lot better. Do I need them on the outside, too? Yeah, probably. Oh, I'm outside of the zone. I run out of my plant fibers, so I can't get to my boxes. All right, there's that. Do I want to put vertical ones? Like, I've got these vertical. I'd much rather use the Pier pylons if I can, but are these not snapping? Yeah, I'd much rather do something like that. That way it covers the corner as well, and that seam doesn't become as obvious. And I wish I had the horizontal version of this beam. Nope, that's not where I want it. All right, starting to come together. Starting to come together. Let's put up a few more lights in here. Then I'll put up some benches and start to test out whether or not I like... Wait a minute. Do I have chandeliers? What? When did I get all this stuff? I don't remember getting all this stuff. But I have all the gear for it. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Oh, so somehow I've unlocked the chandelier, but I don't have the ingots because I can't make those yet. That's really confusing. Oh, I bet you I know. I picked up a plan from one of the camps. It must have been one of the plans that I picked up that gave me access to that stuff. So I can't make any of these until I get the iron. I can make these, though. Those are cool. Those are nice decorations. That'll help my rest buff. Make a big wine barrels to put like at the end here. That's kind of cool. Obviously, I can put my flags up. So I'm going to put, I think, these small walls all the way up to the top. Make it look like a kind of a pillar, but not really a pillar. It's more of a framing of the room. And then I can, how high can I go without it clipping through the rooftop there? So one of them clips through and the other one does not. Is this roof not straight? That's confusing. If I go across here, I'm gonna have to use one of the triangles. Use one here as well, probably. I don't know if I have a good triangle for that. All right, that idea is not paying off. Oh, I know why it's not working. Because I have 3 blocks worth of space here and only 1 block of space there. Okay. Okay. I think that's fixable, and I think that'll actually make the room properly aligned. So let's get crazy and nuke some of this stuff. There we go. Now we got 2 blocks equally on this side. We don't have 2 blocks on the outside, but I think that's okay. And we now have symmetry between our 2 windows and our centered torch and this room here. We don't have symmetry with that torch though, or that torch. And it's because I don't have a wall here. I don't know if I want a wall there though. Like the small little brick wall going up. Kind of feels like it closes off the room too much. Yeah, I clearly need to take these out now. Probably those too. This is what I was planning though with the kind of fake pillars. And I can do something like this. And then do the triangles. This might not be what I want though. This kind of feels weird. It is interesting. And now actually I could block this whole room off like this. I can use a regular size one for this one. Do that. Then yeah, the light bleeds out though. I don't know if I like the light bleeding out. I don't have enough of the proper stone triangles though to fill that up. I do like this room though and how this is shaping up. That's weird right there. I don't know if I like that. But I don't want the wall running straight up against the stairs there. I don't want it to feel like I'm going into an IKEA where everything is perfectly aligned and boxy. I put that there. That'll light up the stairs. And I'll have one on the other side too. That'll be kind of cool. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But probably the way to fix it is going to be to use the steeper roof. Using the 45-degree roof. That way, these 45-degree stone walls will always fit. That's the solution. All right, now that I know that, let me fix this room here because I'm going to make this the same symmetrical design. I should have turned the music up for this whole chill stream just to get the vibes. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to swap out for the 45-degree roof. I'm fixing this room to make it have the same centering around those windows as the room I just built. That way now this 3x3 is centered with this right here in these two windows. And theoretically, I could probably put a window here. I don't know if it'd be centered though. And it would also just be looking into the next room. Don't know if I want that or not. We'll see. But yeah, my goal is to make it look like this room here. And I'll fix the roofing, which means fixing all the triangles to make them make more sense. Are we gonna snap? What are we doing here? What are we doing? It doesn't want to do that. Let's start over then. All right, that's looking good. I'll put the big wall back here. The big wall like that. Before I forget, I'm going to put the light decoration on this side. Is that the right angle? Yeah. Hopefully the height is about right. No, it's too high. Still too high. That feels a little bit better. Now, I guess the question is, would I be better off putting light sources on this side as well, instead of the way I had it on the other room? That way I kind of have like a triple light situation going on, but these walls are wide open for other stuff, like shelving. That way, when you walk in, you only really see that one light unless you turn completely around. I kind of like that. I have to put lights back here too, obviously. Which is a right angle. Just the right angle. Yep. Oh, that's looking good. I'll fix that roof and be all good to go with that rooms in the back there. I'm wondering if I want to change this now. I don't want this to be box, 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 box. I'm okay with like box, box with two right next to each other in this nice hallway, but I want these front rooms to be a little bit distinct. So I need to change this idea a bit. But I'm digging how this is going to look. Let's fix the roof. I don't want to pull out the wrong things here. Well, enough of these bottom pieces, I'll get the whole thing down with minimal clicks. What else is it touching? Confused as to how this is still standing. Oh wait, so that is no longer touching anything right there. Those are all gone. That's all gone. All right, and we can get rid of these. I'm gonna have to fix these as well. All right, 45-degree roof it is. Now the roofing is kind of plain Jane, and I wonder if I want to change that. Because if I go with a roof like this, I can do something in the middle a little bit more unique. Or if I kind of do one of these deals, like where I have the entrance to the rear kind of framed by a roof, and then I do different roof behind it. That's not going to work. Those are not properly centered. That work? It's hard to tell. You can do that and bring it back one extra click to get coverage on the stairs. Come on, get in there. Yep, 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 yep. There we go. And then this roof could go like this. I worry I'm not going to have the right pieces to make these angles work, because I don't have a whole lot of roofing. I have these that might work in some of these places, but these are so big. This one could work somewhere. Actually, it's not that one. Probably this one could work in one of these positions at some point. Or this one. Yeah, these weird corners are always tough. They're always tough. All right, let's do this one for now. Get this figured out. I'll probably be ripping it out again soon. Gotta figure out what's the position. And then this one's gonna go all the way across. And get it lined up. Come on. Let's kill this one and start over. I'll just drag it across. And then I need this smaller slivers of this. I think it's this, right? Ooh, those aren't long enough. Like, that's a long one. But this one is shorter. I got to do it 4 to go down. That can look weird. That looks fine. Oh, absolutely. That's a huge quality of life that I love in this game. They did a really good job with it. The thing that took me the longest time to figure out was that I was trying to click and like drag anywhere, and it only works if you put your reticle over that square and you can see it get bigger, letting you know you're going the right direction versus this direction. It took me forever to figure that out. But yeah, it's such a great feature. Reminds me of when they added it to Satisfactory. If you've ever played that factory game, I think they called it zooping at the time. It was a game changer for builders. All right, that's that. And then this is going to go right here perfectly like this. Come on, come on, come on. All right, now we got the proper size roof. I've got to fix some of those holes. Oh, see, I like that a lot better. A lot better. I really can't wait to get much better materials. I mean, these crappy materials is rough. But now I can use these triangles exactly how I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Hungry Singularity, how long have you been playing? Or have you started playing at all? And you go on this roof. You make some stairs. I don't like how that's looking. What is that shape? Is that the right shape? I think it's the right shape. Now I have some overhang inside the building, which is probably okay. Come on. Click in. Click in. Click in. Come on. 50 hours is very respectable. I mean, you've definitely got your $30 worth. I'm about, including this session, about 90 hours in now. This is my second playthrough. The first one I did on normal difficulty, and this one is on hard difficulty, which is why I'm not fighting anything right now. I got my ass kicked last night by the first boss over and over and over again. So now it's chill build night. All right, how am I going to get in here? I think I need to get rid of these real quick so I can see what I'm building. Oh, now I understand. Now I understand. Beautiful. Beautiful. That lines up really nicely. Now this is going to be a problem over here. This one I'm not quite sure how I'm going to resolve. I'm going to have to experiment with all these little pieces here. I should probably do that from on the roof. And in the daylight. So really quick bed to sleep. Watch the moon go down. All right, get up a little bit early. Dude, that grab is the bane of my existence last night. And he has such unpredictable patterns too. At least in hard mode, it seems like he's all over the place. And something that he did last round, he might not even do again the next time you fight him. All right, I don't think any of these pieces are going to work the way I need them to work. I might have to finagle something else here. Like if I did one of these small ones, that takes care of a little bit of this. So I don't have a big gaping hole. If I did that one, does it clip through? It does, but I can probably live with that. 45 triangle. Okay, let me go back up there and try 45 triangle. .45 triangle roof. Like this one here. This is a corner. 45 triangle roof leaves. See how this rotation might make sense here. This is another triangle from the other side. Is there a smaller version of the triangle? Like it isn't as long? Because this one's kind of long and it's going to clip through. I mean, I'm fine with it. Thomas knows the answer. Oh, so you're not timing your parries. Interesting strat. I was trying to time my parries and failing miserably. All right, we'll do this for now. I will fix this later. I think this is going to be the way to not have gaps here for now. As long as when they clip in here, I can probably like box this off and not see it, I'm totally fine with it. Like if I did a wall like that and a wall like that, it's totally fine. Yeah, I agree. His swings, you try to understand the patterns or the cues, and then the next time he changes it up completely and just destroys you. If you notice in the bottom right corner, 60 deaths, That is from constantly retrying him over and over and over again. Oh, that's not where that goes. All right, is this the one gonna spin in the way I want it to spin? Perfect. Got one there. I don't think I like that. Unless I flatten it out, but I don't have the right bottom piece for that. All I have is this stick floor. That's gonna look silly, right? Oh, it doesn't look silly at all. I like it. I've convinced myself that this is fine. Yeah, it'll be interesting once I upgrade these walls and roofs to different materials, how much or how little of the clipping becomes a problem. But I think right now, like, this is pretty well contained. Like I can do, actually I can make a wider floor here probably. Like that and like that, and then do that and that. And now all of the clipping that was from this little thing here is completely hidden within this wall. I like that. I'm proud of that. I'm gonna move this a little bit to the left because it's too uniform. It needs to feel like it was placed here, but not perfectly placed here. And then the other thing I can put back here that would make sense for this area is probably a bucket. Nice. All right, so let's fix this here next. Jimmy Neutron indeed. Yeah, what's nice about the aesthetic of the game is that perfection is probably going to look out of place in a lot of these situations. Even if you are the Pirate King and get a big ass castle, the likelihood of it being perfect is low. So I do like the fact that everything not fitting together perfectly still has a good vibe to it here. I think on this one I can do this again. These two squares at the top. That way, if I go out here and look at it. Oh, I'm in that bug where you can zoom around. It's this little corner here. This feels very like Northern European, like the way the Vikings used to build their huts. All right, take it easy, Donut. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate it. We'll get you playing this weekend. You've got your boat. We'll kick off the server. We'll stab some pirates, man. It'll be awesome. I just realized I don't like how that's looking because it doesn't make sense for that to be like that. So if I do this, it properly goes into the roof. Now I might have more clipping now though, but that makes more sense right there. So I can 45 degree the corner by turning off snapping, and it just makes it shift. Okay. So Donuts is getting new cannons tonight. Should go up to 5 tomorrow. Fantastic. You're going to need level 5 cannons for hard mode, even for like 3 level 3 ships. Gamers don't look up indeed. All right, so now I know that this is going to be the kitchen area. Let's put those benches in before I forget. Oh, you got the perfect cannons? Nice. What hull did you get? Did you get a hull yet? Or one of the unique hulls, like the keel hull or anything like that? Not yet. Okay, we'll work on that. What table do I want to put in here for materials? Let's go with the wider table. Oh, he hasn't been brought back because I moved my bonfire around. So I got to resettle him.
I need more coffee to function properly.
He's asking for coffee again. Classic Dr. Galen. All right, there we go. Level 2 cooking station is in play. I got a little bit of decoration going on. I think this needs a few bowls. I think I need a wooden bowl and a mug and some peppers. Now that's a kitchen, but I also need some shelving. These will do for now. I'll get much better shelving soon. And we will put some bowls on the shelves. Maybe. And one more mug up there. I can't really tell that that's a mug. I think I gotta spin it. There we go. Nice. And what is the last decoration I want to put in here that I can actually make? I need to go out and get some horns. All right, I know where there's a lot of horns. All over this freaking beach. That's not a horn. Could be opening those up for pearls, I guess. I need 5 of these horns for the shell decoration. All right, perfect. Ooh, look at that from a distance. That's looking solid. Don't know if I like the back windows now that I see them from the outside. This room might need one small window on each side to make the back of the house not look so weird. It looks a bit closed off. A little bit closed off. The rest of it, though, I'm feeling really good about. That I'm not liking. Don't stab it, you dummy. Oh, now I remember why I couldn't do this. I can't get underneath it. Snap, 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 snap into place. There we go. Down and down. And that looks much better. All right, let's make my decoration for my kitchen. Which one do we like? Don't like it. Gonna put it up here and have the light it. I can't attach it to that wall. That's a bummer. Can I put it on the outside of the... Ooh, I can put it on the outside of the room. That kind of... The shadows make it hard to tell kind of what it is. All right, let's try a different size one then. Oh, that thing hangs like that. Ooh, I didn't realize they had one that hangs like that. I can put it out here. You'll be able to see it from a distance as you come up to it. That's kind of cool. A little too dark up there, though. Interesting. Not quite what I'm hoping for, though. What do these other decorations look like? That's just a normal looking shell decoration. That's kind of better than the other one. And what is the other one? There's these. I think these can hang like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's my good luck shell. If I stand underneath it, I get a buff. Nice. All right, I'm going to stick with that. Now I'm going to fix this wall. These stone walls here to make them go up like they're supposed to. This is where I'm going to need those triangles. That doesn't fit there. That's fine, though. There we go. And I can put a sign outside under storage that says this is where the food is made. They need better signs in this game. They need, one, a lot more icons. And two, they need to be able to write on the signs. I think Icarus has a good example of that. They do a really good job with it. 7 Days to Die has a few boxes that you can write on. You definitely need that. That'd be cool. All right, I think the kitchen is done. Is this entryway too wide? Now that I've got this kind of boxed in, I'm wondering if I need to make this wall a little bit more archway or doorway like. I don't like that. Oh, it'll be nice once I actually have the archways. I can make that an archway as well. I can make it a triangle now. Let's take these two down and make it a triangle and see how that looks. Is that the one I want? Yeah, that's the one I want. But I need to have it go. No, that's not the one I want. It's this one. All right, we need some squares. Okay, I think that helps the room a lot. Doesn't let me put a sign there though. So maybe if I use a very thin beam across the top here like that, I can put my decoration and my sign on it. Let's test that. Let's test that out. Oh, nice. That does fit. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to put the sign on this thing. So I need to make another beam probably. Ooh, I know what I can do. If I can pull a straight beam down from here, I can probably put a sign on that straight beam. Come on. Nice. Okay, that adds a little bit more flavor to the room. A little bit more flavor. All right, let's move this bed. This is going to be the bedroom. The question will be, do I do the bedroom there and the desk and stuff and over there, or do I do the bedroom right here and things on each side? I'm thinking I do it in the center. And that way I can put some stuff on each side of it. That. Like that. And then the mug, so you can drink at night. And this over here, so you have something to eat when you wake up. Or that smells good at night. I don't even know what this is. It's a stand with herbs. Okay, I'll sleep next to the herbs. That's fine. What I think I can do in here is I can use this little trick here to make another beam that comes across. That comes across the entirety of the room. And then I can hang something from this as well, right over the bed. I think that one is a hangable one. That one. Which one do I have over here? I got the long one, so we'll do the short one here. Will this work? Oh no, it won't work. Oh wait, I need more horns. It will work. Let's go this way this time for horns. There's one. You're probably right. Is that old pirate folklore? I can buy that. Yeah, I never pick up these horns because they just take up space. But needing them for decorations, I always forget that I need to carry 4 or 10 of them, depending on how many decorations I want. Luckily, I think they respawn, so I should have an unlimited supply of them on this beach. I believed it. It was a good story. I just realized it would be really cool to put a chimney right there with the cooking fire inside of it. Holy crap, that's a good idea. Holy crap, that's a good idea. It's going to mean I get rid of this light source, but the cooking fire is its own light source. Yes, let's do that after we do this. Yeah, I'm the same way. Every game I play that has the ability to pick up things and put them in boxes, I pick up as much as I possibly can. All right, do we like that? It feels low. Like, should I make this beam 1 click higher? Oh, I can't make it higher. I could trick it though. Do it this way. And then make them go like that. Those might be sticking out of the roof though. Nope, it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy what folklore exists out there for stuff like this, like the pirate stuff. All right, let's do this one like that. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. And now I'm thinking this one's too low. I should probably do the same trick I just did by having it be up there with this one. But I'm going to do my chimney idea first and foremost. So I'm going to take that out. Put in some foundational walls. I gotta go outside to do that. Jump over. Jump over. Thank you. Let me take these out. Foundation walls. I want to run them to the ground so it makes it feel like it's real. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. There we go. How wide does this thing have to be, or how deep does it have to be for this fire to work? All right, it needs to be a little bit wider, obviously. A little bit deeper. Floors, this guy. I can't even get out there because I can't crouch. That's you asked me earlier what I would change in this game. Adding crouch. I would absolutely, yeah, I'm doing a chimney, doing like a little fireplace chimney thing. I would absolutely add crouch to this game. It's absolutely needed. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Perfect. And then we can do some walls in front of it to make it feel like... do I need to do them that way? I can do one big wall. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're going to add it. I'd love if they added a whole sneak mechanic to the game. They can kind of emulate a little bit of what Assassin's Creed does around their sneak and attacks and the benefits you get from sneak attacks and stuff. Because that would be a really cool way to play solo with get up there, with hard mode on, because you really can't just go in and blast your way through a large camp. I think you get up on the roof for the rest of this. Because they also don't have, like, it seems like backstab damage in this game, and it needs that as well. All right, I gotta say, I'm very pleased with this idea already. I don't have a good roof to put over it, though. I can put the stone, not the stone, the grass roof over it. I'm gonna have to put pillars down here. Kind of cover up the seam. Come on, you can get up there. I'll have to get on the roof for the last one. Ooh, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Because having two cooking fires confuse the cook that I ultimately will hire? I know they like to go to the station, but they also like to go to the cutting board. So I'll put a floor in here. Just a simple floor. How far can it go down? I think that's going to be too high. I need to make it probably a little bit lower. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. You can do it. Get in there. Get it. Perfect. Oh, we could also put a bonfire. Oh, look at this. A signal fire fits in here. I'm going to try it. It looks like the whole place is on fire. But I still got to try it. I guess if I did a little bit higher of a chimney, it would make more sense because there wouldn't be fire coming directly out of it. I don't think the signal fire is the play, but that's hilarious that you can put it there. Oh yeah, the whole house is on fire. All right, the signal fire was not the play. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too, that if there's a pathing position to get to a bench that they want to do an animation at, they aren't going to go out of their way to go crazy. All right, the signal fire was a funny idea, but that's not going to be the one. And don't want to put a second bonfire. I don't think I can even put a second bonfire there. So it's got to be this cooking fire. Let's do that. Get a little bit of smoke out of it. And we'll do small walls here. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. That was such a good idea. Come on, smoke. Not seeing any smoke. Oh, a little bit of smoke. Just a little tiny bit of smoke. I think if I put shorter walls there, it might work. I'd get more smoke activity. I just don't want the tip of the cooking fire to be seen, because that'll give away the illusion. You know? Yeah, you're going to be able to see that from here, but nobody's going to be on my roof. If you're on my roof, I've already made big mistakes. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Now, should I put a small thatch roof on top of it to keep the rain out? Probably. So if I built some beams, some nice little log beams on the edges here, and I put one of these roofs on it, like if I did, can I do all these cornered? No, I really can't. I can do this one. Is this going to fit though? I'm going to do one of those like that. One of those like that. Spin it around. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Thanks for the tip on putting the cooking fire up there. I would have never thought of that. That is so cool. Let me fix these beams that are going all the way up. I'll replace these with better beams once I have better beams, but for now the Pier beams are going to have to be the ones to prevent you from seeing the gap between the foundation and the walls. Nope, that's not aligned properly. All right. All right, thanks for hanging out, Singularity. Appreciate it. I was actually going to hang it up as well. I've got this thing timed to end on X at 1 o'clock, so it's going to cut me off either way. But yeah, I appreciate you guys' help. This has been great. I'm really happy with where we've gotten on this. This is going to be a super cool looking level 5 base. But yeah, this is awesome. So I'm going to call it there. Again, thanks for hanging out. This has been super fun. I love building this game and in most games, but this one, they did a really good job with how the building is. I just got to go out and learn those stupid recipes. So maybe that's what I'll grind at some point and figure out how to beat that boss and get those foothill iron stuff done and start unlocking the rest of these pieces for these builds. But that's all for tonight. Thanks a lot for hanging out. See you later.